Good morning, children. Today we are starting chapter 6, present tense. Okay, since we have completed with chapter 5, verbs, where we have learnt about transitive and intransitive verbs, today we are starting chapter 6 in verbs, that is present tense. Okay, now what is present tense? See here. Present tense is used to denote an action that happens now in the present situation. The simple present tense is used to indicate an action in the present. Okay. Now let me tell you all about past tense and future tense also then. Past tense denotes an action that took in the past earlier, and future tense denotes an action that is yet to happen. It is about to happen. Okay. Now, structure of a sentence in a present tense. Okay. In an affirmative sentence, what will we write? That suppose I write, I watch television. I am watching television. Okay. When I write I am watching television, it becomes a continuous tense. So, in case of a simple present tense, what will I write? I watch television, or she watches television. Okay. Now, in case of a negative sentence, what will we write? I or we do not watch television, or she doesn't watch television. Okay, they do not watch television. Understood? Now, in case of interrogative sentence, this verb will come in the front. The do verb is going to come in the front. Do we watch television? Or do they watch television? Or does she watch television? This is an interrogative sentence. Okay. And when it is a case of a WH question, what will we write? We will write a WH question in the front. Why do you watch television? Or where do you watch television? And when do you watch television? And when it is for a person in a, what to say, when it is for second person or a third person, what do we say? When does she or he or Ram watch television? Okay. So this is what is about the different sentence structure in case of a simple present tense. See here in your book there is a paragraph given in a simple present tense. A small river flows through our village. We play in the field near the bank of the river. My grandparents live on the other side of the river. Every Saturday after school, my sister and I visit our grandparents. So this total paragraph is in present tense. Okay. You all will read this paragraph properly and you will learn how to change sentences into simple present tense. Now there are some general truths where we use simple present tense. Where are those? For example, the sun rises in the east. We always say that in simple present tense. Okay. A small river flows through our village. We always say it's a general truth. When we have some habitual action, suppose we play in the field near the bank in the river. Every day you play. So, we play in the field near the bank in the river. Suppose we do our sums in our book every day. We do our work in our worksheet every day. These are all habitual actions which are to be written in simple present tense. Every Saturday after school, my sister and I visit our grandparents. These are all which are written in our book. Next is our rituals and customs. Okay. In rituals, the entire village celebrates the river festival every year. The entire, area near our house celebrates Durga Puja every year. The entire colony near our house celebrates Holi every year. So these are rituals and customs which we generally write in simple present tense. Okay. And some characteristics. What characteristics? Suppose the river plays a very important role in our life. Himalayas play a very important role in our country. So these are all characteristics which are written in simple present tense. Okay. Now see here. The supporting verb do is used to change an affirmative sentence into either a negative one or an interrogative one, because do, when it becomes doesn't, it becomes negative, and when do is placed in the front, it becomes an interrogative sentence. I showed you all beforehand also, isn't it so? See here, I have shown you all where a sentence is becoming an interrogative one when we place do in the front or does in the front. Understood, children? So turning back now, more uses of simple present tense. The simple present tense is also used in exclamatory sentences. How? How fierce the storm is. How good the girl is looking. The stars look so beautiful. These exclamatory sentences are generally written in present. These exclamatory sentences are all written in simple present here. Okay, and you all also can write different sentences in exclamatory form in simple present tense. Okay, sentences to represent future actions. They leave for Delhi tomorrow. Okay, for example, they leave for Delhi tomorrow. This is a sentence which is going to represent an action which is to be taken in the future. Okay, so today we are writing that they leave for Delhi tomorrow. Okay, then some conditional clauses in place of the simple future tense. If I sell the house, I shall buy a new one. This is a conditional clause. Okay, that what to say? If I do this today, I will do the sum next day. If I do this page today, I shall solve the next page tomorrow. These all are conditional clauses which are written with the help of simple present tense. And there are some proverbs and sayings which always, most of the time, uses simple present tense. What is that? See, a bad workman quarrels with his tools. Wisdom gives us power. These are all which give us these are all examples of proverbs and sayings which we always or generally write in simple present tense. Okay, now see here, it is given, make at least 5 sentences in simple present tense by combining the words in the columns. Here in the book it is not very clear. I will solve it out for you and send you all where you all will solve it out for me. Okay, now see here, auxiliary verb. What is an auxiliary verb? Verbs that help other verbs to indicate the tense or are used to carry the negation in a sentence is called auxiliary verb. What is that? Some examples of auxiliary verbs are be, have, has and do. The be verb, the use of the be verb now. So these all verbs, be, have, has and do, these are all auxiliary verbs. Okay. Auxiliary verbs are what verbs? That help other verbs. Okay, to indicate the tense that are used to carry on the negation. Now see, Kohli is a cricketer. Here is verb is being used for Kohli, who is a cricketer. Okay, Rahim is a writer. This is also a place where auxiliary verbs are used. Okay. Now see, different forms of the verb. Okay, when in first person we use I, in first person plural we use we, in the second person we use you, third person we use they, and in the third person singular number we use he, she, it, a name, any name, etc. Okay, acha. Now coming down, see here, there are some contractions which we generally use while writing sentences. Okay, I am becomes I am, we are becomes we are e. Okay, these all contractions you have to learn. Okay, contracted forms of the verbs. You all have to learn it up or use it very regularly so that it becomes a habit for you all to write it down. Okay. Now see, different forms of have. Where are the different forms of have? See here. First person singular we use have. First person plural also we use have. Suppose I have written my work. We have done our works. Second person singular and plural also we use have. You have done your work. Third person plural they, then also we use have. And in the third person singular where there is a name or he and she, there we use has. Okay, like she has done her work, Ankit has done his work. These are all different forms of the have form of verb. Okay, now here I have explained you all the what to say, the be form of verb. Please turn your page and see. Here I have explained you all the be form of verb. Auxiliary verbs. Here I have explained you all, see the be form of verb. It took a time for me to bring it up. Okay. And here I have explained you all the have form of verb. Okay. Gotcha. Now here also there are some contractions which we use in our sentences, like I have becomes I've, we have become we've, you have become you've, and she has becomes she's. Okay, so when we use it in a contracted form, we generally write I haven't done this work, we haven't done that work, you haven't done this work, I suppose. Now she hasn't. Okay, when it becomes she hasn't done this work, I suppose, and they haven't done this work, I suppose, and it hasn't done this work. Okay, children, till here, and there are some exercises here which is not very clear now in this video. I'll just send you all the exercises to be done in a PDF. Okay, thank you.